Darkest Dungeon.
Hammer has launched Darkest Dungeon on Steam. That's the wrong title.
Guessing you had that suspended or something from earlier.
Hammer is playing Monster Hunter World on Steam.
For the cutscene for this, I'm gonna go see it. Hey. I never did play any of Darkest Dungeon's DLCs. The vampire one looked super interesting. Just because of its take on vampires. Although I wasn't sure like how good or annoying the what is it? Like the guy who comes to get your anyone who happens to be vampirized on your team. Like there's a wandering vampire hunter boss, if I remember right.
I thought we already saw this cutscene with the Velkhana.
I don't remember. I'm gonna go in and poke it, and if I have... Oh, wait, yeah, no, I did. Oh.
It's the one where the handler is like, I got this scale and my cramps and the Velkhana and what's going on and this and that. And then we left.
Yeah.
I think it was Chris who didn't see it, though. I think Chris left.
Okay, well, I'll pop that out. Good.
I'm not sure.
The Fanatic, he only shows up if at least 2 heroes are afflicted with the curse during a run. Oh, okay. The other DLC I remember is the crystals from Space one, which is that was like a wave mode, wasn't it? Oh, okay. I'll post up the beef one. I think there was a third, but I do not remember it. I've gotten feline insurance. Shield breaker. Oh, yeah. Special unit. That's nifty.
Wow, Loki, Monster Hunter World Iceborne.
Hello.
Is that Owen Wilson from Loki? That you just did there?
I don't know actors.
Owen Wilson is the guy who says, wow.
That's literally all I know him for. Wow.
Loki, how am I going to help you if you keep tricking me like this?
And make that 6 episodes. That's the series.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It ends on a cliffhanger. So
Yeah.
if you want to get into it, I recommend.
Okay, add
maybe
another.
holding off.
Okay, I already watched it. Add another 6 episodes of Owen Wilson going, "Don't keep tricking me." Ah. And it's gonna be season 2. I know what actually happens in this show. I seen it.
Yeah, Hammer, the cutscene with the handler is the only one you need to see for us to pile up. I have the quest up for when everyone's good and ready.
I'm doing the best part of the game.
I haven't watched Loki because I'm not interested. Like the only thing I had to get Disney Plus for is like Simpsons episodes. And that's about it.
Who said anything about Disney Plus?
That's true. Actually, thinking about it, that must mean like all the redone Simpsons episodes must have been collected by now.
But aren't those just worse?
They were, but then they corrected it because it was aspect ratio shit, basically. They fucked up.
We messed up. Back to the lab again. Man, I remember that on the Cartoon Network when I don't know if Gavin would know what I'm talking about at all, though.
Don't think so, no.
It was a Dexter's Lab music video thing.
Okay.
I don't even know what Gavin watched as a kid.
Well, we had Cartoon Network, but I imagine like ours ran it differently.
And also different commercials and bumpers, and
yeah,
the shows are mostly the only same thing, based on your region and locality and whatever.
Pretty much. It was like
they only had Whatever Happened to Robot Jones in the UK. It's very sad.
Sad for them.
See, we had Dexter's Lab, we had Ed, Ed and Eddie. The best one by far always was Courage the Cowardly Dog. There were probably a few others I just don't remember. By the time stuff like Samurai Jack came in, like I was already like knee deep in watching Pokemon, Digimon, Dragon Ball, Metabots. Most of those were on the Sky One.
What about Kids WB?
No, that doesn't. I don't think they get that.
No, we got that quite late actually. Like I think that exists now, but it was very late, and it says for kids, but it really means for like 4-year-olds.
Okay,
oh no,
might
kids.
Be different than
it's
ours.
a different
then.
thing. Kids WB. Kids WB was where they showed all the 4Kids anime dubs and stuff.
No, those just got put on Fox Kids over here, which is later called Jetix.
Kids WB was also where we got Kirby right back at you.
We just didn't get that.
And Animaniacs.
And Animaniacs.
That was Cartoon Network over here. Looney Tunes was Cartoon Network as well.
It was the Warner Brothers Cartoon Network thing.
Tom and Jerry was also Cartoon Network. And then like Nickelodeon, we had like all of their shit, like Ren and Stimpy, Real Monsters. That weird assortment of shows with various weird shaped boys like Doug and fuck's the other one, Hey Arnold, that I never watched.
I hate Doug.
I've never watched Doug, but I get the impression it's like the most white bread shit possible. So Hammer, yeah, sorry, I guess there must be one where you get to see the Velkhana itself. I thought they were the one scene, because I legitimately completely forgot that I even went to see them last time. My bad.
I think the only thing anyone remembers about Doug is Mr. Dink, who was the neighbor character, and then that's
because he's a
barely
meme.
That's also because it's only because Mr. Dink is a meme nowadays. Anyway, I watched Doug, and I barely remember it, so that tells you about the content of the show.
What about the character named Skeeter?
We also remember Skeeter. He was
What a
blue.
great name for a character.
That's a good name. He was blue and he made funny noises. Like the Police Academy guy, I think. think the only thing Gavin knows about Doug is whatever that stuff he retweeted about
The
that Doug
dog
Twitter
episodes,
account.
Twitter, yeah. That's
It
good
just
shit.
generates random stuff.
It's not generated, it's a guy but doing it.
Okay. Nevertheless, it's just, here's a bunch of Doug stuff in a tweet. Send tweet. And then it's funny.
I don't know what that is. Maybe I blocked them
Why have you blocked them?
because I hate Doug. I don't know. I don't know who they are.
Trying to like envision
Oh,
what could
wow.
like spawn a hatred deep enough for Doug to block a Doug related account in the year of our Lord 2021.
God damn it! I didn't know you could do this with friends. I thought we were doing the next monster.
Oh no, we're fighting Velkhana.
Smiley face.
Yeah, mostly stopped watching like Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon and shit once, anime began entering like Sky One and other rotations because it was just always better.
That's not true.
That is true.
Anime isn't always better.
It's pretty much always better. Courage the Cowardly Dog was the only thing that came close to any of them.
This guy. There's more to enjoying things than it being artsy.
I want to know what the artiness in Dragon Ball Z is.
I don't know, ask the video essayists.
The artsiness in Dragon Ball Z is Goku's very big punch.
There is artiness in it, but we're talking like when I'm fucking like 9. So, am I gonna watch just like American teenagers or kids talk about shit that I only half understand because they're
really?
referencing their weird shit from their country? Or am I gonna enjoy like finely animated, hilariously violent cartoons where the man punches the weird alien?
Which one is that?
That's
You might
Dragon
have to be
Ball.
more specific.
Because Metabots was the most radical shit ever. Because that was small. Everyone had little small pet robots that did glorious combat with live ammunition. That shit ruled.
I have the high school club for you.
I always wanted like that because I went to a good Catholic boys' grammar school, so all our clubs were like music and different kinds of sport.
Bible club, Poggy.
Yeah, and then there's the general art club, and then chess, and that's it. But that's your picks.
Ooh, that was close.
Oh my bones.
I don't like how that's an anti-air. Yeah, as you can imagine, this fight is very annoying when you go into it only expecting the stupid cutscene that comes after it. What the fuck? I don't think I've ever seen that move before.
I believe you have. I remember that destroying us on one of our first shots at this guy. Okay, there we go.
Wait, are you guys getting a cutscene or something?
Yeah.
It just hard cut for me.
For me, the game like took a shit for like a few frames, and then this happened.
It just hard cut to the results screen.
Wait, you're on the results screen?
Yeah, I did the cutscene last time.
You went and killed it last time?
Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
And like I said, when you go in only preparing to see the stupid cutscene you're watching now, it's pretty difficult. You're just the awesomest.
Yep. She could have just shot it from somewhere. She could have just not approached. But she has to.
Would you say this is also the handler's fault? Because the Velkhana probably wouldn't have run away as early as it did?
Yes.
Cool.
It's the cutscene's fault for making a chunk of ice able to take you out, even though you've experienced a lot worse.
I mean, it's like the one hit that knocked you into stun status is the thing.
Stun.
My issue is more like she had no reason to like run in Yangui to get out of here. Like this thing has a power level anything approaching Xenojiva. Never mind the other Elder Dragons.
一度揃っているな。まず体はもう大丈夫なのか。君の力によりイベルカーナを退けることができた。これは君にしかできなかったと断言できる。さて、当のイベルカーナはいずこへと去ったわけだが、これについて説明を。はい。5機団推薦組としばらくの攻防の後、イベルカーナは外角の形状を急激に変容。その後、渡りの地方面へと飛び去りました。変容の理由、そして何を目的に流結晶の地を
Transform because we were beating the shit out of it.
それと、私個人の印象ではありますが、イベルカーナは撤退したのではなく、目的があり、あくまで一時的に流結晶の地を訪れただけだったのではないかと。極寒の地に住まうはずのコリウム。 一時でも地脈たぎる竜結晶の地を訪れたの。
もしかして外角の急激な変容と関連があるのでしょうか。
いずれにしろ調査が必要になろ
もう一つ、変容したイベルカーナですが、とてつもない力の増加を感じました。このままではセリエナが。
う。よし、調査班は急ぎ渡りの地に戻る。イベルカーナの所在を明らかにしてくれ。物資技術班は万が一に備え防衛の準備だ。兵器はことを忘れな。一歩ずつ準備しろ。その一つ一つが必ずや身になることを忘れるな。以上、解散。
イベルカーナを探し出さないと。
Expedition to Hoarfrost.
先輩が心配事があると言っていましたが、どうしたんでしょう。
全く君は最高だな。
But yeah, no, the stuff on like Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon did stand a chance against shit like Metabots. I think part of it might be like the cultural gap, because while there is a bit of that with like the anime and all that,
イベルカーナの手がかりがあるはずです。
they were so distinctly out there compared to the more grounded stuff like Dexter's Lab and all that, which, silly as they are still rooted in an American setting, which was completely foreign to me. Whereas at least fantastical creatures and like Pokemon and Digimon smooth that over quite a bit from my head.
Oh god, they don't have cul-de-sacs in Northern Ireland.
I mean, we don't call them that.
They call them the round bit at the end of the street, where all the houses are in a circle. Probably.
We call them squares.
But they're
Are they
circles.
squarular?
No, they're circles, but we call them squares.
This is
What?
ridiculous to me. That's an incorrect shape.
God, I hate that more than the stupid sounding cul-de-sac.
The Metabots gacha recently got a Mega Man Battle Network crossover. I remember seeing that, and it fucks me up that there is a thing that such as a Metabots gacha. I didn't know that was a thing until that, and it destroys me that it is.
Not anymore. I think everything has a gotcha now.
I suppose like fucking Tom and Jerry has a gacha.
But
So.
I was just gonna the Tom and Jerry gotcha, the Mega Man gotcha, the BlazBlue gotcha. Rest in peace, BlazBlue is a fighting game. You know, like everything. The Dragon Ball one.
I think Dragon Ball has 2 actually.
What was that one ad I saw and I'm like, really, that has a fucking gotcha game? I forget what.
I know it's called gotcha because it's gachapon, but I still maintain there's some level of that's like, got ya. I'm telling you, they know what they're doing.
I mean, there's probably a bit of that, and that you're meant to be like got you when you got the thing you want, but really, it's that they got you.
Yes, you've been had. We've made you get a billion units that you don't want to get the one you want.
There is Hammer. If you like right click on them, you can like adjust their volume for your end.
跡がもしかして人の足跡やや小さめ。状況から見ておばさまで間違いないかと。イベルカーナと同じ方角に進んでいます。まさか
Didn't they like kind of tease it recently or something? You know, if they got like a DS thing working for, like a DS conversion working for like ZX, I remember hearing something like they like when asked about it, they were kind of like, "Oh, keep your eyes open" or some shit. Keep them peeled. And like, it's kind of like surely like the Game Boy, like there were some DS versions, and then of course there's the Star Force games which I want to play because I never played them. So that'd be pretty nice. Disaster prone piece of shit. But yeah, you got Zero and you got ZX going, so you have your proven Game Boy Advance and DS conversions working. Shouldn't take much of anything to do with Battle Network and Star Force, surely. Granted, I don't know if Star Force has like even heavier touchscreen integration or some shit that might be a bit awkward, but
I think the title is a misnomer because it was not released on the ZX Spectrum in the 80s. And it is the ZX Spectrum because even though it's pronounced Z, that computer was only ever popular in the UK.
Yep. It's always that fun thing of like, it's probably not so widespread now, but for ages people were like, oh, look, the video game crash in America would have killed everything. It's like, no. No, like at the same time, like the UK was having like a personal computer like revolution, as there's like dozens of them out all over the place with their own shit. Yep, thank you. And you know, of course Japan had like, you know, the Famicom and Master System going. Everywhere else was having like computers. Even America still had the PC market. I think the same year the crash happened, King's Quest released. It's kind of like, yeah, you know. You will forget just how widespread these things were.
The Master System, besides in Japan, was also only ever popular in the UK.
Actually, it was also quite popular in Brazil.
Ooh.
Sega's like big markets were the UK, Australia, and South America. Which is the nutty thing. And the major reason for that was, besides like Sonic actually just took off really well in the UK, the other major thing was that the Mega Drive was distinctly much cheaper than the Super Nintendo.
We also know Super, or you know, Mega is bigger than Super.
The Mega Drive is just a better name than the Genesis.
Also, the Mega Mushroom and the Super Mushroom. Who could forget?
The Master System should have been called the Genesis because it's the first one.
I also had a Mega, like my older brothers and sister, like, you know, bought like between them like a Super Nintendo and a Mega Drive, so I had them as a kid. We had more games to the Super Nintendo because like our cousins had the, oh, what did you call it? The wild card, I think it was, the wild card disc system, which, you know, you could just stick ROMs on the floppy disks, mount them into this thing, and it had just a bypass on the Super Nintendo to work. You plug a game into the top if you needed the lockout chip.
Wow. flash carts, but old.
Yeah, the thing was like the size of the Super Nintendo itself. You bolted it on the top like it was the fucking Sega 32X. And we didn't have anything like that for the Mega Drive. But one thing I was always sure of as a kid was like, while we had a lot more Super Nintendo games and I enjoyed stuff like Super Metroid a lot more, fuck me if I don't remember all the Mega Drive music, even from games I don't remember the name of anymore. There was like some robot American football game on the Mega Drive that was extremely basic and simple, but fuck me if I don't remember the music from it.
I think that generation of Sega has some great tunes. Just like most people would agree.
Yeah.
But there is one thing, and I've gotten into a while back. I argued with our good pal Carl over this one thing. Bomberman 94, which came out on the TurboGrafx 16, had a port to the Genesis called Mega Bomberman, which makes more sense if you call it the Mega Drive.
Yes.
But I think the TurboGrafx music is actually better than the Mega Drive music. It's just like really crisp sounding.
I was gonna say, like, the TurboGrafx, after a point, had like CD quality audio.
Yeah, Bomberman 94 I don't think had that.
Okay.
But yeah, but he's like, no, I like Mega Bomberman. I'm like, nah, man, it's the TurboGrafx 16 one. That's got the good tunes for this title.
It wouldn't
It's just the
surprise
better
me. 'Cause, like,
version.
yeah, they probably made it for that, and did have like when they're making the port, they didn't dedicate people to it. Because the Mega Drive's absolute best bangers are when like they sat someone down to actually learn how to use its sound chip.
And I mean, even songs that some people don't like or would be off-put by on this system I like, because I'm gonna be honest, unpopular hot take opinion from Evan, I like the Sonic Spinball Options music that goes. I'm like, that's fun.
The only music I remember from Sonic Spinball is level 1, because that's the only level I could play.
It sounds, yeah. Anyway, it sounds like a chainsaw, but I like, nah, it's got some pizzazz that I like.
Like Big Boss Blues from Donkey Kong Country 3.
Yeah.
Anyway, remember when I was like, hey, Evan, what do you think that this ice bird that gives pretty much everyone all of their ice weapons is weak to? And then he said fire, and I was like, wrong! Well, guess what? They finally fixed their mistake.
Good. Very good.
Where's he going?
What?
Hey,
What?
get back here. I need my box.
I assumed you were going to be marching out after me.
No, because every time I run out, I end up not getting them.
I also give you a hot drink, so ha.
Stone.
Hot drinks. Oh, now I got the Wendy's hot drinks training video theme song stuck in my head.
But what's the premise of that exactly?
Okay, so you know how sometimes old training videos from companies leak out, and it's like, here's what you do in this job. Well, one of the more famous ones is they made like a music video about how to serve hot drinks at Wendy's, like coffee and tea. And it's actually quite catchy.
Tea?
Yeah. I don't know if Wendy's still serves tea, but they did at one point at least in the 80s.
What about the McDLT song?
That's, you know that one because you watched Germa 985. I can read you like a book.
The new McDLT, where the hot stays hot.
Also,
That's the
come in
commercial,
here
that's-
for a new camp.
ここならキャンプを作れそうですね。
Yeah, that's a commercial. That's not like a behind the scenes for employees only thing that they made a song for, and it's weird. Why would they do that? But also it's kind of catchy.
This fucker is usually up here somewhere. Ah, speak of the devil. You.
Ooh.
Now, are you sure that's the shrieking one?
Oh god, it's not. They're both here?
Woo! Yep. Well, I
Look,
saw
it's
one.
regular,
fly
like,
away.
you know.
I saw one fly away near me. It flew westward. So
Like west of you or west in general?
I guess west in general, huh?
Yep, there
Hey,
it
look, I
is.
think I found it. There it is. Oh, you've seen it too. Whose idea was it for two Legianas?
The lazy dev team.
No, I'm talking about two at the same time.
The lazy dev team.
I'm sure it is an explicit trick to get you. Okay, the other one's fucked up, so hey.
I was gonna ask if anyone here has played Catshine DLC, but I think the only person who maybe has is Hammer. So
What DLC?
The
Mario
Bowser's
3D
Fury.
World
Oh,
Bowser's Fury. I remember it's as the Catshine thing because I hate that.
It's not me game, Super Mario Sunshine. But it alright.
Oh no, I haven't played it yet. Isn't that fucking insane?
Is it? You've been a busy guy lately.
Still, a 3D Mario platformer.
It's cool. It's fine. I'll fix myself. I'll fix you too, actually. Up, mirror match time.
Yeah, I was wondering if that was considered like a kind of hack job of sorts.
What, the Bowser's Fury thing?
Yeah.
I hear it's alright, it's good.
All I remember is, but yeah, but like, you know, it's good, but is it like still a result of COVID? Probably. That's really the point I'm getting at here. 'Cause
Possibly.
I was gonna ask when we'll get out of that era, where games will not have that kind of.
I mean, it depends whose games you're playing, I guess. It's like, I mean, this is the regular one I'm zoning around. Looking like Square Enix have been out of that for a while, so.
I think even if it wasn't COVID, it would still be something they slapped together.
it feels like it's like, you know,
It feels like it's just a Nintendo thing to do, like they did with the Mario and Luigi remakes.
it feels like a retrofit of something they're fucking about with, probably. Yeah, it's like a style they tried messing about with, or were considering messing about with to make a smaller game, and decided, fuck it, proof of concept, to shove it into this re-release to justify it to people who are getting pissy about us selling everything at full price, even when they're remasters, with like nothing changed. Hello, Skyward Sword.
Hey, things were changed.
They made the game marginally playable, yeah.
No, 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 you clearly haven't bought the amiibo. My favorite thing is I follow like Cheap Ass Gamer and Mario 64, and I feel like every single hour there's a tweet saying Loftwing amiibo back in stock, maybe only like 10. And it's funny and sad that their stupid ploy is working. That didn't interrupt me at all, even though it literally just called me.
And the stupid ploy is working because whatever we may say, like, it's kind of like they're in the same position Sony are in, where there's just a field of people who will just buy everything they say and put it out, just unquestioningly. Like, they won't question any of it ever. The only difference is, like, Sony occasionally puts a lesbian in its game, so then you have a field of people shrieking that Sony is definitely dying now.
Shrieking, you say?
Shrieking.
Like a Legiana of some sort.
Shrieking lesbiana.
Oh.
And as ever, it's never the actual problems of either company. It's just the things that are just, well, these personally bother me because I am a fuckwit. Speaking of fuckwits, did you know that Psychonauts 2 is out in 2 days and Microsoft just haven't advertised it since they announced the release date?
Wow, it's almost like Psychonauts 1 when Microsoft didn't advertise it.
Microsoft didn't own Psychonauts 1. They bought Double Fine like recently, which is why it's their game now.
No, but there was a publishing deal between them and Microsoft for Psychonauts 1, I believe.
Ah, okay. Also, yes, Hammer, it is. It's out on Tuesday.
Everyone's excited, except not really, because you don't hear anything about it.
You know what you hear more about? Microsoft's Gamescom conference, which is out on the same day, and they've advertised that constantly.
Yeah, but Psychonauts 2 is going to be on Game Pass, so it's going to maybe word of mouth. Who knows?
Maybe.
But they should be. That's not an excuse.
It is. It does kind of like go like, why did you buy this if you're not even going to fucking bother?
Because they probably imagined that people love Psychonauts a lot. Enough.
I feel like they've been earthbound because, like, as popular as it is to talk about, I feel like, you know, maybe 600,000 people at most played Psychonauts 1. Even now.
I still haven't played Psychonauts 1. A critically acclaimed 3D platformer. Can you believe it?
You haven't played a critically acclaimed 3D platformer?
I haven't played Croc, an apparently critically acclaimed 3D platformer as of 1 month ago.
I mean, the whole thing with Krog wasn't that it was critically acclaimed, is that it just sold more than Banjo-Kazooie. Which it did. Because it was on the PlayStation 1, which everyone had. This is where we start getting into sales are not a metric of quality, incidentally, but people kind of forget that bit.
Like the Loftwing amiibo.
I have also played Psychonauts 1, and it was neat enough. I enjoyed it. I haven't played it any like since I was like 12 or on the PS2.
I mean, this comes as news to me that no one's really talking about. That's also because I actually am subscribed to the Double Fine YouTube channel, so I see once in a while that, like, Psychonauts 2, it's coming!
Oh yeah, like if you're on their channels, you'll get it, but like Microsoft, having bought the studio, are just kind of like, oh yeah, fuck it, honestly. Just fuck it, we're not gonna talk about this.
I did see it trending on Twitter once, though. That's maybe something.
I mean, that was probably when they announced the release date at E3, or was it the show before E3? One of the two.
No, it was like a week ago I saw it trending.
Ah, okay. And it is the thing of, like, these may be, like, genuine gems on all Microsoft, but, you know, you kind of have to advertise them to people.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest.
Yep.
I don't know if I'm out of touch with the channels of communication beyond the developer. I'm like, I follow developers, and that's how I know about things coming out. But beyond that, it doesn't feel like anything is being advertised anymore, to me at least.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like, what? Did I tweet about that one game that released like a year ago? And I'm like, what the fuck?
Like, so
yes,
these past 2
World's
years...
End Club, which was actually earlier this year, I thought.
No, it was like September last year, I think.
No, it was September on like,
It was
iOS, but Switch
iOS,
this year.
yes.
Well,
It
yeah,
was
but
also
that's
only
still a
half.
release.
It was also only half the game on iOS, and then May of this year is when the full release, and also Switch at the same time.
But the funny thing is, that's not even what I was thinking of. I was thinking of the new Ronimo game. That came out like I think at the beginning of this year,
What
or
one's
maybe
that?
last year. Blightbound. That's what it's called.
Oh, yeah, that one.
I was like, what the fuck? That's out? I thought they were still developing that.
Yeah, for like a year and a half it's been, oh, this is coming out next week? What? For pretty much most big titles, or small titles, or titles in general.
I had that for one, actually, because it was like yesterday or the day before. I just realized, wait, No More Heroes 3 is out next week.
Yep.
Yep.
The only reason I remember that is because I was planning on maybe streaming both of the games before it came out. So I had
Don't
a
you mean all
deadline,
three?
but, like,
Sorry.
What?
3?
No, you wanted to get the
That
first
other
2
one
done
sucks,
before.
apparently.
No, it doesn't suck. That's one of the, that's like a fucking good game. Anyone who says it sucks is a small child.
People said it sucks because apparently it wasn't No More Heroes 3.
Yeah, it is actually legitimately one of the best stories this fucking generation. It's got some of the best writing in games in a while.
Yeah. I think the biggest example for me, though, is Nier Replicant, the remake. I was like, that's out this month?
I follow a lot of Nier heads, so that wasn't a surprise to me.
Like, I only feel like we're getting word of mouth these days.
Well, I mean, I think I talked about this at some point before, but do you think it's because as we get older, we get less excited for games, so we don't really mark them on our calendars and count down the days?
It's very much a you thing, I think. Cause like
No,
when,
I still get excited for games.
yeah, 'cause
But like,
when,
you know-
really excited, or like,
Yeah.
well, that's gonna be nice to play when it comes out.
you don't know the countdowns I was doing for fucking Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah.
Day 4090, day 4091.
Like it depends on the pretty much. Like also like until they reveal what like the nature of the beast, like the fucking countdown I was doing for Crystal Chronicles Remastered.
Wait, did they make that better?
No,
Didn't they say they were gonna make that better?
they claimed they would and then they didn't.
Oh, that's fun.
Cause like
It's
they made
okay.
it, they made like a little half step thing basically, and it's kind of like we could just play it on emulator ever.
Dolphin recently added Game Boy
Yep,
connection support, so
they've
we
mastered
actually
that,
can
so we
now.
could.
Why
I never
even
played
bother?
Crystal Chronicles.
Well, Evan, do I have the experience for you?
Yeah, it's 4 players. I'm just saying.
Once we clear Savage content in Final Fantasy 14, maybe.
Do you actually want to do that? Cause I want to do that.
Yeah!
Hell yeah.
You have to tell me what we're doing so that I can look up video guides and do my homework first, but otherwise, I'm down. I don't want it
I
to
think
be
we
like
probably-
we get in the fight and then Evan tells us what he remembers and then
Oh, I haven't done
that's a-
any Savage stuff myself either.
that's
Except
a mechanic I
for
forgot existed.
Trial 3.
And it killed you like 5 times. Whoops. You know, I don't want that happening.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, I have
do
never
my
done
research.
Savage Raids because I was like, I want to get people to play this game with Savage Raids, says Evan a year ago before friends played the game, and then this whole project was to get people who would play game with me.
Luke is open to playing it once his summer hours end. And I'm like, yes. He loves reading and he loves Final Fantasy. Yes, it works for him.
I didn't know Luke was already a Final Fantasy enjoyer though.
He has played Final Fantasies. He doesn't talk about them at all, but like,
I'm just out of curiosity. Was Luke the guy you played Travis Strikes Again with?
no, we haven't played that yet. Well,
Okay.
I watched him play the first 2 games, and then he never played Travis Strikes
Okay,
Again.
so Travis Strikes Again, you saying it sucks is based on not actually any material.
No, I didn't say it sucked. I said I thought that one sucked, based on what I heard elsewhere.
Okay, so you've listened, yeah, it's the thing of, it wasn't No More Heroes 3, so small children began screaming and just stepped over it because, oh no, it doesn't just give me, it doesn't just shit into my mouth, basically.
Is it a third-person hack and slash?
Yep, top down.
Interesting. I thought it was like just a collection of a bunch of different mini-game kind of things.
No, it's a top down hack and slash with some, like, interesting side segments, like there is, like, a minigame here and there, but it's mostly like a top down hack and slasher.
All I know about it is I think there's kind of like a Hotline Miami type segment.
Yeah. It's
But
basically...
you don't need to play that one to play No More Heroes 3, right?
You
I guess you
kinda
technically
do.
don't need to play any of them, do you?
I mean, technically not.
Apparently, there's going to be a recurring character from that
Literally
game that
the
will
lead
appear.
in to No More Heroes 3 is at the end of Travis Strikes Again. Like, like quite literally, like the lead in is right there at the end.
Is Badman gonna be in it or whatever his name is?
Oh, hell, he might be, I don't know.
Oh wait, I already weakened that.
I think I only played half of, or like a third of No More Heroes 1, and I was like, I'm enjoying myself, and then I stopped because I got distracted by something. And I don't remember what it was.
You go. Do 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 do.
Yes, there we go.
Do do do.
I know
This thing would
this.
stop running away.
The Hildebrand theme is the catchiest video game song of all time. The No More Heroes leitmotif is the second catchiest.
It is a good one.
I'm still surprised how much you like the Hildebrand theme. I just think I'm like, this is pretty good. But you're like, it's fantastic.
I'd end up thinking about it.
It leans hard on the horns, and like a lot of Chris's favorite stuff involves horns, I've noticed.
Hey, banjos, bells, clock ticking. Those, did I say bells? Bells are really
Yes.
good. 3 favorite instruments of all time.
Is this the right one? No, this isn't the right one. Let me out of this, please.
I like songs with horns in it. I like the ska music. Nobody cares about the ska music these days. They only cared about it in the 90s.
I like KK ska, aka Soul Pupper Dance. Not when he's singing it though. Just want to make that clear before anyone gets the wrong
Yeah, because
idea
all
here.
of his actual ones where he sings are terrible.
It looks like, why do you like Captain's song but not the KK Sliders song? Because Captain has soul.
I was gonna say that joke.
No, that's not gonna work. It worked. Okay.
I mean, the other bit of it is like he has actual little fun lyrics that tell a little story, whereas KK Sliders, you sit in the dark void as he goes blah, 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 at you.
Are we even fighting the right one? Because isn't this one got the more white parts to it? Or
This one has
no,
hair,
it's-
yeah.
This one
Yeah.
has hair.
This one's
These ones
the,
look... Alright, this one looks too similar. This is a bad design.
the hairy billboard.
Why did it do it?
Now I know how to differentiate them better. At least.
Come on, it's the one marked on your map. Smiley face. Cha cha cha. Wait, is Is there any like stone or anything in here?
There's one over
No,
here by
I'm
me.
going
There's
back.
one over here by me. Right here. Stones right here. Oh
But
my
you're
god.
blocking it on the map, so I couldn't see.
I was saying at me. I was standing in front of you.
My camera was not there.
I would recommend No More Heroes pretty heartily, Hammer. For what issues they do have, they are fucking experiences. I'm trying so hard.
Play it on the Switch where you don't have to use the Wii Remote motion controls. As funny as they are, and as much as I respect the fact that they actually went with it, apparently it's just a lot more fun on the controller.
True of most Wii games.
Too bad for you. I played when I did it on the Wii because guess what? Still don't own a Nintendo Switch system.
Where is that in your buying guide, by the way? Like, how far down the list is that?
It's still a little bit. I
That's
got
it.
the chair. I got a charging cable last week for like $20, that's not very important. I could have just bought that any time, actually, probably. But I needed a new charging cable. Those are the two things I've bought so far, and I'm gonna tell you, I was saving this for a little bit, but I'm gonna give you the big news of the day.
Yes.
I am on the cusp, possibly tonight, of pressing the purchase button on $1,000 worth of computer.
Ooh.
About
yeah.
time, am I right?
That's the next one in the buying guide.
Highly advisable. Definitely.
What the hell? If you have Ice Blight and then you move across the monster with the attack, you don't lose stamina. What the hell? Well, that would have saved me some strife earlier.
Yes, the computer is the next big purchase. But I do have some things. I have a list that has all the parts with one catch, and you know what it is.
No Bluetooth adapter.
No, I don't know what to do with a GPU for right now.
Get the best one. What's it,
Nah,
the 69?
No, you can, like, anything is, like, from, like, you go on AMD, like, I don't know what the prices are and all that, but, like, the high, like, 5,000 range is still fine.
Or you could get the 69 one.
Yeah, but that costs, like, piss tons of money.
No, more so the problem is I tried to
Yeah.
like, the reason for this is because on Friday I got my third paycheck, so I built up a money buffer a bit.
Yeah.
Before I even had the job, I had about $2,000 in the bank, but
Shit.
the whole entire problem is, hey, I don't want to spend that because I don't have a job right now. And even if I do want to spend it, it's like a little bit at a time.
Yeah. Rightfully so.
Like, the only actual money I was spending was to keep playing Final Fantasy XIV. So I was like, well, now I have $4,000. That's enough to get a computer. But I went into it with, like, the idea of a $1,000 budget, and just
Yeah.
the parts, excluding the graphics card, and a copy of Windows, which is variable, I'll say.
Yeah.
Is Evan finally getting Windows 8?
No, you mean Windows 10? Because I'm on Windows
Oh
8.
yeah, Windows 10.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a Windows 10 on this new machine,
The
because why
10.
would I put Windows 8?
Sea of Thieves.
I could already play Sea of Thieves. It just was a little framey, because I was streaming it from my laptop.
Then you can finally see the water.
I can finally see the thieves.
They say that Adam of Eve was the first one who started trying to develop that water, and that's how long it took. Whoops, that's not what I wanted.
Anyway, the list I have right now, like I was saying, without a GPU
Yeah.
and oh, he's right here, and a copy of Windows is already like $850.
Wait a second,
900.
didn't you say graphics card?
Yeah, I don't have a graphics card in the list.
Wait. Okay, I'm stupid. Never mind.
Yeah. Where
Who
is
calls it a GPU?
me?
I'd call it a GPU as well, because that's what it is.
Nerds who work in computers.
I studied computers, but I don't currently work in computers because no one wanted to give me a job in computers. So now I work in finance for now, see what happens. It's going alright. I finally also did start doing actual work instead. The free money month has ended.
Month.
It was a month. I started July 14th, and they finally had work to give me on like the 17th.
Sorry, I was getting like nullberries and shit again because I was.
Yep, I'm out of nullberries.
Hey, wait a second, because here's...
Ah, well, there
Oh,
we
we
go.
did it. I just used the nullberry anyway, so I had a bit of wide range.
合流しましょう。
Also, how'd you guys fight that thing? I only thought about that now.
What do you mean?
How did you fight it? How did you even do damage to it?
I used my uppercut special move.
I mean, I just stood around its heels and did overheads forever.
But yeah. I wanted to keep the budget around $1,000, but it's already about 900, 850 bucks
Yeah.
without a
computers,
graphics card.
baby.
So I'm like, what do I do?
That's how it goes when you have like, you know, you're doing a fresh overall build. Is the way shit is now.
You spend the money because that's how much they cost.
Like when I'm considering updating my shit, so I can use like faster RAM and get a Ryzen past Gen 2. Like I already have the GPU solved, so that's a big chunk of it cut out.
Oh,
you
I'm
know,
getting...
my Ryzen is just sitting in my closet doing nothing. You can fucking have it at this point. I'm never gonna use it.
I thought, isn't it the plan to use it when you get a 3080 in 10 years?
When? Who said anything about when?
It's good. You're gonna get it one time. I'm telling you. You got to keep plugging away at it.
Evan, if you happen to get two, please.
Oh, I'm not buying a 3080 at
Oh
all.
my god.
No, don't buy a 3080. You don't fucking need a 3080.
私
Like I'm streaming Monster
3090.
Hunter in like 1080p, like granted variable because I'm also recording frame rate.
心配かけちゃったわね。
But like it's doing it single rig without much issue. With a 3070, you don't need a fucking 3080.
1080 or yeah, 1080p is gonna look like 160p in 1 year. Just you wait.
Fucking isn't. I'm the guy here with the OLED 4K TV. No, it isn't, man.
I mean,
Just
Chris,
you wait.
I still support Chris going for the 3080 because he won't need a new graphics card for like 10 years.
It's true.
That's probably not true.
It's
But-
true.
At least 5 years.
My graphics card is garbage, and it lasted me the 6 years of this computer, with caveats because I couldn't play the hot new games.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Comfortably last me. I'm a streamer. I'm a gamer.
多いのです
Long term, if you actually didn't care about, we'll put it on medium settings, like 10 years.
Hell, even high settings, honestly.
きっと近くに
The bottleneck most times is CPU.
That's what I told Chris. He was like, "Oh, I'm getting encoding on OBS." I'm like, "That's your CPU, bud."
Like pretty much even in games, like most operations actually aren't GPUs, it's CPU. And that's because until like the current generation, the GPUs on consoles were either like basically non-existent because they were APUs, or they were low tier.
But does the CPU render the sexy handler mod?
Yeah. Like everything
Oh,
except
well.
Hairworks was gonna be on that, yeah.
All my needs are resolved. the sexy hunter with no clothes and bigger boobs mod.
Ooh. Anyway,
The Skyrim mod.
Wait, are
One
you
thing-
playing with the Samus one?
What?
Are you playing with the Samus mod?
I don't think he has any mod.
I don't have any mods on.
I thought you were gonna do that.
I was at some point, but I haven't bothered yet because the whole shit with like, oh, they bumfucked the modding capability happened that I don't know if was ever fixed.
But I found something. I made this parts list mostly in April, and I'm kind of reconfiguring it just a little bit now because, you know, I'm about to actually do it probably, so I want to fine-tune it. I originally had planned a Ryzen 3600, but there's a sale, and for only like $20 extra, I get a 5600X.
Ooh, the good shit.
So that's the Zen 3 series, I'm pretty sure, which is the current one, and I'm like, that's probably pretty good.
Yeah. When the price difference is that much, you might as well spring for the bigger one.
Oh, this one doesn't have a cutscene, I guess, because we could have ended up seeing it in the wild.
Yeah. One of my concerns was, what if I just don't buy a GPU and I take my current GPU and as a temporary measure and just slap it in this fancy new machine? And that's
Don't you
probably
have to-
not a good idea.
Don't you have to like glue it to the motherboard GPU?
No,
Fucking
it's-
god damn it!
Graphics card.
Just please save me by calling it the graphics card. Please, I'm too stupid for this.
Graphical card. I was gonna maybe just temporarily, as a temporary measure, pull the current one out of my PC, slap it in a fancy new machine, and my gaming would still be bad, but it would be a new computer and my power supply wouldn't get angry at me once a month.
Yeah, the power supply is the big issue.
That's probably what I should do, but I don't know, I just kind of want to start clean.
I mean, that's fine. You just gotta get that 3080,
Also-
you know you want it.
So the problem is that every single time a 3080 comes up, it's usually with a motherboard. So, like, might as well just take that one. Instead of have a useless second one.
I'm just wondering, is it gonna be is it worth it to go over budget by like $400 just to have the new GPU now?
Yes.
I mean, for your purposes, like, you could probably still get away with like a mid-range AMD.
No, mid-range AMDs are still like 300.
Oh fuck, well, so
So,
much for
like-
them being cheap now. I
Yeah,
guess to be fair,
graph-
GPU market's fucked in it still.
The GPU market is a little better. It's not fixed. It's very
Okay,
bad
yeah,
still.
that makes more sense.
That's why I brought it up as a concern.
I would actually like err on the side of caution and say, yeah, get everything except the GPU, and then like hold out and try and snipe even a 3060 Ti, if you possibly can. 3060 Ti, 3070 if you're going high range. Otherwise, just like the best AMD within your affordable budget.
Now I got Chris and Gavin being the angel devil on my shoulder conscience modes. They're saying, get the expensive graphics card, it's good for you. And Gavin's saying, no, be a little patient.
Be
I
reasonable.
treat computers like mattresses and chairs, where they're worth overpaying for something very good because you use it a lot.
Well, there's a point with computers that overpaying does not get you much better.
Yeah.
You're just overpaying.
Case in point, you don't need a 3080, just get 3070.
No. I think Luke's 3070 is broken. It's not helping the 3070's case, though.
I mean, that's just whatever, like, ineffable machination of fate curses that man. I don't know. You've been sitting here, like, I think legitimately coming near a year now of me streaming this off of my 3070.
think it's only been like half a year. Didn't we start playing Monster Hunter in February?
I legitimately don't remember.
I think we were like, let's do Minecraft, and then we played, and it broke, and then we said, we're starting Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
So I think it was only 6 months then. That being said, 3070's been treating you well.
It's a good, solid workhorse. Bit pricier than like I normally would aim for, but honestly, it's worth it. And that's like the slight overpay range is like the 3070. Like I think when you get to like the 3080 and God forbid the 3090 price range, that's just like you're overpaying for shit. Like unless you got like a 4K monitor, you're gonna be popping this shit on, and I say this as someone with that, not worth it. Just 3070.
I'll have to see, because like I said, I've pretty much got everything besides a graphics card that I'm settled on.
Yeah.
What is the autonomous system number my IP address is in?
What?
The Monster Hunter World Wiki doesn't like it, apparently.
Huh.
Well, this is what a VPN is for. New Jersey, go!
That's fucking weird.
Oh shit, it's not working. Maybe the website's just down. And
It's
That might
probably
be an
yeah.
How am I supposed to know what I need for the Laguna? Oh, communication error. Probably because I used my VPN.
No, my communication. Oh wait, no, you put the quest up.
That's because
yeah.
I was the host.
Oh, I'll go put the quest up.
Well, okay, fine. Where's my phone? Mobile data it is.
Wait, did you crash out of the whole game? Because it just said you started
Yeah,
playing again.
he turned his VPN on, so it killed the connection for the VPN to take over.
Oh, it was Steam that died. Not, I was like, wait, did he have to relaunch the game? No, it was Steam saying, oh, he's back online and playing Monster Hunter World.
Yeah.
Now I process this information.
Oh yeah, I'm also just gonna say as a general advice, you likely already know this because you know computers and stuff. Don't get an NVMe drive. Just don't. Just don't do it.
Don't get a what?
NVMe drive, like the little ones you mount on the motherboard. Like, just don't fucking bother.
Yeah.
Jesus.
No, I've already determined that. I've got, in the list right now is a motherboard that has that.
Like I was like, yeah, most of them will have like the capability of it, but like just don't get the actual drive, cause fuck them.
But I think it shares the same lane as two SATA ports, and I'm like, you're a greedy hog, you NVM. NVMe or is it EM? I forget.
NVMe.
NVMe, yeah. Okay. Most people just call it the M2, even though that's not, I think, entirely correct.
Yeah, it's an M2 slot. Yeah, it's the form factor, but either works.
Yeah. So I was like, wow, you gonna hog two SATA ports? You can look at a standard SSD versus the NVMe's. It's like a half a second.
Yeah, like they're snake oil, basically.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
There's SSDs you get that plug directly into the motherboard rather than via the cable into the hard drive bay. There's almost an entirely negligible difference. Meanwhile, the difference between both of them in the video I saw with a hard drive that is actually mechanical is like, ha ha ha, it's funny.
Well, does Seagate make them?
Yeah, probably. But you could just buy a regular SSD where like we've got to the point where at least over here it's like £1 per gigabyte, so like 100 quid gets you a 1 terabyte SSD. And I was like, oh, that's a fucking miracle. Not £1 per gigabyte, you know what I mean? £1 for like 10 gigabytes, whatever. But that's fucking miracle. Like, I remember when SSDs were relatively new when I was in like secondary school, and there was like fucking £300 for 250 gigabytes.
SSDs also used to die fast.
They did, but they've actually like worked the technology now, so they actually last longer than hard drives these days.
Yeah. Like, in 2015, when I was like, I'm gonna get an SSD, and some people were like, it won't last, and it was like, other people were saying, we're at the point where an SSD, you know, running out of life is about the same chance of a mechanical hard drive failure.
Technically less, because there's no mechanical part.
But, like, the time factor.
Yeah, like, relatively, yeah. It's basically the same or better. That scary moment where we were possibly going to be condemned to hard drives for like, the next console generation again. It's like, okay, no, they had a sanity attack, thank fuck.
One thing that makes me wonder about the consoles having SSDs, I may have said this at some point, but I feel like I didn't. Are we gonna start seeing games that are ports of console games, and it's gonna say you need an SSD?
I think that's possible, but the thing is, like, the Xbox SSD, while pretty good, is still, like, pretty comparable to PC ones. The PS5 one is, like, the special mutant you need, like, fucking PCIe 4.0 or 5.0, whatever the hell we're on, as a minimum.
I think 5.0 is still relatively cutting edge.
Yeah, like, whatever the highest, like, you know, PCIe lane is, like, you need that tier to even run these fucking things, which, like, you know, most people don't have. Like, that's, like, still enthusiast tier stuff. So, theoretically, like, if Sony were to ever port, like, fucking Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart to PC, they'd probably have, like, a hard, like, you need an SSD for this. But that's, like, literally the only game they've made and are making that has taken advantage of the SSD. Everything else is, like, getting a PS4 port, so it still works on hard drives. Still designed for hard drives.
The point where there's no PS4 port is the one where you're gonna have to be like,
Yeah, so imagine for a while those will still be, like, console exclusive, and even then probably only, like, that's an issue for PS5 ones.
I thought ports lived and died on whether or not the devs were lazy enough to not want to, like, downscale a game to fit on the console they were porting to.
Well, that's
So it's
all
just, like-
changed now that we have a console that's been, like, hardwired around, like, the very cutting edge of SSDs. As that legitimately does change everything. The problem is Sony realizing this, realized that, you know, not many people have PS5s because they've all been scalped to shit. So,
Also, there are no games on it.
yeah, that's kind of the thing. There's no games on it, and all of them have been scalped to shit, so we're just going to design everything for the PS4 anyway. So by the time, I figure, actually, honestly, by the time PS5 starts getting, like, actual games made for it, PC might have caught up. At the cutting edge, probably, but it'll have caught up.
but I'm thinking there's still gonna be people out there who use like
Yeah, there's going to be people
hard
who
drives.
can't play it because they have hard drives, yeah. That's probably going to be a thing, I would agree.
So so the whole thing is me thinking, how does PC get screwed over in this circumstance, which is odd because it's been a 20-year streak of PC usually has the better thing.
Yep.
But if you have this specific configuration, no.
It's because they one of them finally decided to actually, you know, use that whole we have a fixed singular system thing with, like, identical specs, and decided to do something interesting with it instead of saving money. The PS4 was literally like a fucking low-rent AMD APU set. And the PS4 Pro was just that, but slightly overclocked. And that shit was low rent and kind of old when it was new on the PS4. When the PS4 was new. So when you get to the PS5, having like AMD Zen 2 architecture and like being built around like a legitimately cutting edge like solid state drive, that changes everything. It's nuts. But then they're not doing anything with it and they have no games, so what the fuck does it matter?
I like to I'm sure I'm not the only one. I like to consider old PS3 has no games memes, but every time just replace 3 with 5.
Well, wasn't that also 4 when it came out?
I mean, briefly, but
4?
that was kind of the whole industry, because, like, all the big Western devs, for instance, were going, like, oh, consoles are dead, mobile's the future, because people were getting bored of buying the same Call of Duty and Assassin's Creed year in, year out.
Still counts, baby. Let's go. Don't follow me. I'm getting rocks.
And, you know, like, that cleaned up within, like, a year, basically. Like, Sony actually did something very smart, and they ended up paying and, like, promoting a lot of, like, PC indie game ports to give the PS4 something, basically. Which they're not doing this time, so...
PS4, like most consoles, didn't start with many games, but it had a fast turnaround compared to 3 and 5 so far.
Pretty much. In its life cycle, the PS4 by this point kind of had the problem solved, and the PS5 doesn't.
Up. He's pissed.
Like, I think actually exactly at this point in the PS4's life cycle, like, Destiny 1 launched, and that was the big one.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that this thing is weak to water because it's also blue.
I thought I looked it up and it said it was weak to ice, but in a certain state.
It might be when it's electrified. Like it is right now.
Because it said, the wiki said 3 stars and then in parentheses 2 stars for ice.
Alright, that's gonna be like when it's got the static up, like now. Well, when the wings are right, I guess. That's the way to put it.
Uh-oh, sisters. Uh-oh.
Try. There you go.
I like the Iceborne fight music because you go cha-cha-cha. See, like, synced up perfectly. That's the one thing Rise has over this game, the ability to clip. Perfect.
Oh, Luigi. He's squeaking at me.
Why can the T-Rex in Monster Hunter long jump, but the T-Rex in Super Mario Odyssey can't?
Because the one in Odyssey is a giant baby. Oh.
Goodbye.
Evan has perished.
I've perished. Hey look, Viper Toby Kadachi.
Yeah.
He's just sitting there. He even looked at me and he just sat there.
Yeah, he's just like, hey, you dropped into my house.
Goodbye, Viper Toby Kadachi.
I like how you can't clutch it during this animation because it's so weird. I don't like it actually, because you know that's free time that I could have used, but you know.
You're pretty much ready for the 14 serious hard times because you're already talking about uptime.
I think before we would ever do savage stuff, we would do extreme
Well,
stuff
yeah.
though, because that's a little easier. It's harder than any normal content, but savage is still a little bit harder, and then ultimate is even harder.
Wait, now not on the legs.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Beep.
OAG, I know. I get the impression we could capture him.
It feels like it's been I don't think we've done that much.
His heartbeat's pretty low. No. Oh. Well, it seemed pretty low at the time. Wee. Yep.
Not even limping. That's why it seems like it was a little preemptive.
Like it looked pretty like flat on my screen for a bit there, so it's like, oh, okay.
I think that was only like a momentary thing. Just the status. He was like, oh.
Probably.
Stop hawking loogies.
There's a Tigrex on the map somewhere. Yeehaw!
Ow.
Someone with wide range has a hot drink, that'd be pretty sick. Alright,
Hey, look, everyone has a hot drink now.
Thank you. That's it, no, it's leg broke. Tail off.
Yikes.
I love being comboed. Yay!
Alright, where are we at? How unfortunate.
Not acrobite. Yeah. Yeah. Yep, Luigi, I know. Ya to hubiera nada. Yeah, Luigi, I know. Looks like... Oh, that's not good, eh? Thank you. Catchable now? No, doesn't seem it. He does look low though.
I forgot to carve the tail.
Paralysis. Finally. There we go, he's got skulls now.
Things that are better in World than Rise. The monster limping away doesn't gain infinite speed after a few seconds. So you can do that.
Please,
I
I
mean-
want to carve the tail.
You got a little bit of time.
No, I'm talking to Tigrix, who wants to kill me very bad,
Oh.
but it left. I got the tail.
I'll be back in a minute.
アステラに行きましょう。
I have to go feed Luigi.
Only the Monster Hunter World devs, dude.
What?
Hey, the better hub got an upgrade. At least, you know, story visual wise. Can you go back to the worst hub? Right now. Okay, the Sidnick Glavenus is farther down than I thought. Just go to the bottom camp and run up.
I'm doing the Steamworks.
Ow. Ow.
I got a bunch of stuff at the Steamworks. Wow.
Right, hello. Greets.
はい、何か手助けをと先輩から言いつかって。
I still haven't tried that demo. The WarioWare one.
Surprisingly better than expected, I think.
It looked very WarioWare.
そうすれ。やはりレイギエナたちは歌をきっかけ
The
に
worry was that the gimmick of the characters being on the screen was going to overshadow the wacky micro games.
ごく自然なこと。
From what I hear, it's still pretty good.
体系に影響とはこれを指していると思えてなりません。
It just remains to be seen if the micro games are frustrating instead of you know, actually fun, difficult.
記録しておこうと思います。
Let's, I guess, go see both cutscenes and then we'll run down the list.
環境の変化を感じ取っているのでしょうか。行きましょう。
Character angle was actually very good because now each micro game has to be approached differently based on the character. That is a very interesting angle, thinking about it. I hadn't considered that. If they all have like different abilities or whatever, then that, yeah, it could stretch out things quite nicely.
I thought that was the whole advertising gimmick.
I mean, it came after Metroid Dread, so it was kind of white noise.
And the doggy is in the big area below the giant cliff.
You know, the Iceborne being like monsters that are going crazy because they hear a song, now that you've both finished 5.0, I can say, hey, that's kind of a similar catastrophe that to Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers.
Yeah.
It was, both of them are audio-related catastrophes.
Some demon's sick mixtape brings about the end of the world. I haven't caught up on the streams. Well, how far have you got, Chris, in that?
He beat 5.1.
Sick.
Yep. And that's it. Fucking dragging being represented with red electricity.
I mean, it's that and black smoke. But you did Gyros is at you in actual gameplay, that'd be wild. It'd also be wild if it had that, like the spin and cut throughs and anti-air thing. We did on that great Gyros.
Glavenus is like the best monster.
Pretty much.
恐竜の息吹がセリエナに届く前に防衛準備を終わらせなくては。
Oh, I didn't like it too early. Honestly, I'm kind of upset that there isn't a long sword that is literally just a Glavenus tail, exactly.
亜種の急激な活発化。
It's like the most obvious one, and just, nah.
環境の変化を感じ取って
Seems like it would be a great sword more than anything.
You might as well do the other cutscene as well, yeah.
"これより歌によって活性化したモンスターの記録を開始します。
Nasty Glavenus.
Prick threw the corpse away so we couldn't mine it for bits. Alright, so I guess I'll put Glavenus up first then.
Yes, we need to break its head. And it's weak to fire. Because the other one was fire. Actually, I guess I should use.
Before you rejoin, do you want to do Odogaron first? Because Hammer needs it for his gun.
Is it a fire gun?
Karma is a fire gun, yes.
I guess so.
Right, we'll do that then. It's not a fire. I thought Karma had like fire specialty.
Then can we do Glavenus first so I can upgrade my water weapon so I'm more effective against the Ebony Odogaron who's weak to water?
Alright. Fucking hate you people sometimes.
What do you mean? I already had it.
Dogron. I can't find him where the cutscene is.
It's you know the big like cliff area, and then there's that big open, slightly slanted open area.
Like the
that
blue
lift leads
coral
to.
zone down the big cliff from where you usually fight the Legiana, or where you go up to start climbing up to the top of the mountain.
Okay, I'll give it a try. I got it.
Yeehaw.
Wow, it's purple. No, wait, that's classic Adogaron, and it's in the Coral Highlands lighting, so it looks
Yeah.
very purple. This is the new one. It's blue.
pretty much unless I go for a poison sword again. All my like new swords are basically end game or post game. I'm basically suited and booted.
Wow.
I glanced at the story quests in the top right, and where it says the disintegrating blade, I did one of those things where you look at it and you see something completely different. I thought it said the Disneyland blade.
What?
It's that thing where you glance really quickly at something and your brain does not fully observe it, so it fills in the gaps. I saw Diz in disintegrating, and I might have combined it with like bad friends, great enemies, like the end part. So my brain said, "Ah, the quest is called the Disneyland Blade," which it isn't. It's called the Disintegrating Blade. All right. Is there anything else I need to do? Nope, I'm ready to go. I just need to join the quest.
Alright. There's an event quest of both this guy and the Odogaron variant. Oh boy. Damn, that doesn't work on height. Why do these take height into consideration? We should make an event hammer that's fire element and it's a giant leg of meat. You want it? Yeah. So, buddy. Fucker. Alright, this guy's gimmick is defense 9, so I'm gonna be fucking chewing these. Fucks me up that these guys and some of the other monsters have like N64 Bowser sound in their roar. Fucker. Thought I was out of range for that. Jesus. Please stop hitting me the exact frame I fucking finish a potion. I love to fight this thing and like fucking Rise where I could like more easily meet like its parry, like its blows with my parries. Please eat the fucking. That's not what I wanted to do.
Every parry is easy if you know the monster's attacks, smiley face.
Well, I mean, I just straight up don't have the Wirebug parry, which has like a much more overt clash window. So it would just feel sicker as hell if I had that.
Sorry, Sharp, I need to break your head.
Head broken. Dinosaur paralyzed.
Uh-oh. That's a pit. Oh, son of a bitch.
Yeah, I guess you can't climb back off that with your jumps.
Oh, even with the attack, it doesn't work.
Oh. He's poisoned. Oh, good. So you decided to show up. Cause problems.
Now I believe the line is, look who decided to show up, eh? Bring it on!
What line's that?
Sonic Adventure 2.
Ah.
Sonic fights Bigfoot after City Escape. This is Bigfoot reporting for duty. Copy that.
Oh, that's a big Tigrex. Please, I beg of you to just let me move. I beg of you to let me move. Oh, for fuck's sake. Well, he would be coming down here, but our buddy here is... Fucking, where are they? Of course. You. Piss off already.
I just learned I can do this from the air. This is a game changer.
They both fled in the exact same direction, because of course they did. Thanks, Tigrex.
Whoa, talk about teleporting.
I really wish dung pods worked. I have poop. I shot that thing with 5 of them and it fucked off to the zone right where the thing is. I'm beginning to shoot it more and it does not care. Really wish these things worked as well as they should. They clashed in the air. That was pretty sick. Oh, well, I paralyzed the Tigrex, so whoops. Unfortunately, on top of the other giant monster in the way, the Gyruses are also absorbing dung pods. So, you know. Oh well. Okay, Tigrex is gone. For fuck's sake. Why did they keep going to the same zone?
I mean, it is the Rotten Vale. Okay.
Well, I'm out of poo. least this guy seems very prone to paralysis, so that's good.
Ooh, a sparkly devil's white over here.
I'll touch it in a sec. Actually, I don't need to because I refilled. It just fucked up the jump. Didn't even get hit, it just fucked up the jump. I've used all the dung pods, so I cannot chase the Tigrex away.
Ooh, don't push me into the acid. Still acidic?
Using dung pods just made me think of a thing.
What?
What if there's many elements in this game? Why isn't there a poo-poo element? You can use a weapon that will make monster go away.
Only
Who knows?
Digimon World on the PS1 is based enough to have shit be an element. I'm not even kidding, there are poo attacks. The most powerful move in the game is one of them.
What a great title that must be.
It's fucking brilliant. It's high art. Too advanced for its time.
Oh, what?
Yep, he's falling asleep. I don't have bombs on him, but take a moment to like prepare yourselves. Alright, do big move down at tail.
It didn't work. Hang on. But he didn't wake up.
Big move down at tail.
But oh, okay.
I got the bombs on the tail, it's fine.
He's limping.
Tail's ass is up. Alright. Except for the Tigrex, yeah. Actually, I could be wrong. This could be the thing I was missing for my sword upgrade. It's the same color.
It would make sense.
It would. It would make more sense in one way. I don't have Digimon World Next Order. I have like the Cybersleeve games sitting here. They're on the log. I do want to get Next Order at some point. Oh, we're dying through those. I'm starting at some point, like, not even at some point, they pretty much tomorrow, I'm just to commit to myself, hey, when you wake up, I'm gonna provided, like, you know, chores do not happen upon you, which they fucking might, because everyone sees it until I'm on my fucking holiday. I'm gonna, like, sit down and, like, start running, like, The World Ends With You, and then straight into Neo World Ends With You, just so I have, like, the full refresh and new experience.
That doesn't even make any sense.
What I said, or...
No. I need a large coral puke sac, and you get that from breaking its head?
That doesn't make sense.
Actually, wait, it does do the split shots of water out of its mouth. Never mind, it makes sense now.
Okay.
The question is,
So yes, it
do we
was
have...
acid Glavenus for my sword upgrade, so I need like 2 Viper Toby claws at some point, that's it. And that can we can like stack up the Odogaron and then do all our shopping at once. Pretty much, I'm kind of at that point now, I'm kind of like, okay, now it's time for the backlog to die. At some point over the week, I'm like streaming Room 3 and 4. Because the queue of things I want to stream is piled up a bit.
I love things.
It's like, while I wait for Final Fantasy Pixel Remasters 4, 5, and 6 to come, so that when they hit, I have like a straight path to 12. Before I have to get any additional, you know, more game purchases or equipment or anything. While I wait for that, it's like, over the years, like, some of the older things from my childhood have like been remastered or remade, so I'm just gonna play like a string of those.
When's prehistoric man, no save states?
I mean, that would like take longer than it is worth, so
Just master the single wheel.
yeah, like after Room 3 and 4, the first one was Zool Redimension, because that's a fucking trip. To see like fucking Zool re-exist at any point, never mind now. We didn't have an Amiga, which is like the nostalgia it's going for, but Zool was on the Super Nintendo and I did have it there. I should actually put the hunt up. Next hunt will be Hammer's Last of the day. But yeah, if prehistoric one was all just the regular platforming levels, maybe I would have done that, but not when you have like stuff like the vehicle levels, like the wheel level and shit. Just, nah, I'm good.
Super Nintendo caveman games.
A weird amount of them, it must be said. Cavemen were the hot thing for a while. TurboGrafx had like Bonk. There was like, fuck do you call them? The Data East ones, whatever they were called.
That was Joe and Mac.
That's the one. Prehistoric, man. There was like kind of puzzle game one that was just called Humans. That was about solving puzzle levels with like cavemen by making them do actions and use tools.
Weird. Weird.
What's weird? What is happening?
Something weird.
Anyone see that from the bottom or something?
No.
No, none of us were there.
Okay, so it had the meat in its mouth. So my idea was to, knock it into the wall
Yeah.
before it could roar once I first latched onto it and it could aggro on me. But because it had the meat in its mouth, it had to do the meat putting down animation. But I was hitting it in the face, so it buffered the turns.
That's very fine.
I turned it like 3 times and then launched off, and then it was still turning, and then just, glitchily launched off of the cliff.
I mean, it's nice of it to do that at least, but still, that's wild.
Do you think Master Rank just likes to make dung pods worse, though? Is that kind of how they do it?
That
made
might be a
flash pods worse,
thing.
so.
Yeah. Dung pods might, be less effective.
Probably, which is an incorrect thing to do. Flash pods I can kind of get because you could, effectively stun lock monsters or turn them off tons of times, so reducing that, sure. Dung pods is just kind of there's no real benefit to nerfing these. It's just a fucking nuisance.
Wait, do we know what Hammer needs for this?
He says he actually needs to hunt the regular one at Master Rank first.
Oh.
So, just do the usual tail, head, whatever. Excellent. Claws and fangs, so yeah, head and body, basically.
With all the shit on the ground, you can just see them going up it as far as weakening every part of it.
Ow.
When it doesn't work, it's frustrating, but when you can just go down the whole thing, it's very satisfying. Look, it's all scratchy now.
I forgot this fucker has projectiles.
Uh-oh, Dragon Blight.
You still have it? I don't see it, so no. This is like Odo Garon with the movement turned up to 20. gift. I think that's like leg broke or something, so.
Bitch.
I know. It's got some wild trick shots going on. Not entirely sure what happened there, but hi.
Oh, you have. Oh, okay. I don't have anything. But
Any what?
I don't have any ammo to fire. But stopped it, I guess. Never mind. Wow, what a pickup.
Hi, Nargacuga. Have I offended you in some way?
Oh no, he's pissed. Whoa!
Oh, that's a bit extreme. Fucker. Just
Wow.
combo me to death forever. Where's the tail off at least?
Okay.
They're good. Fucking give us a bit of breathing room. Like, run fixes. Oops, falling asleep. Alright, pause.
I'm on my way.
Patch up, plant your bombs. Hover over these for when Evan shows up.
It worked, everybody. It still did. It still worked.
Still worked.
Ow! Stop doing that.
Away it runs. Remember the tail's here.
Where's the tail?
Back
I see
there.
it. I've seen it with my eyes.
Heavy paralysis.
Nargacuga, leave me alone. I will kill us both. Up, I'm also
Oh,
stunned
that's
and
not
bleeding.
good. Unfortunately, Nargacuga hates me now. A perfect zone of DPS. I was like, oh shit, the planets have aligned to paralyze it within range of myself. Then I got knocked over within range of myself. And then Nargacuga decides it's going to cause problems. I wish the sheath was a bit fucking faster. Part of what makes the wire bug one so good is it just comes out fucking fast. Oops.
Perfect. I love you, Descending Thrust. I hate you, Monster Hunter Rise. Here we go again.
At least there's blue mushrooms around here.
About time. About something. Not like we could do anything during this anyway.
Why is this not hitting you? That's a limp.
I guess that
Oh, fuck.
that proves my theory.
Fucking Speed Force over here. How'd you pull that off?
No, let me bonk it. No, it's pissed. God damn it.
Ah, you went back to camp to restock. Good shit.
く聞け。
It's time for this mission.
さあ行くぞ。
That's hammered done for the night.
もう十分。セリエナを守るため、いざ。
感動が溢れます。
Thanks for playing, Hammer. Good night. I don't have work tomorrow, so we can do any wee bits of grinding. For us three. As you
I
like.
have family dinner in 30 minutes. So.
Okay, well, I guess that's us then.
Well, no, I could do one more.
What will it be?
Does anyone have the coral puke?
Let's find out. That would be a no. Dude, what about you two?
I mean, I don't.
I only have 2 hunt coral puke etceteras. So one's with the Palomu, one's with the Banburo.
Might be a side quest, and if not, we can, I do need a, Viper Toby. I have a coral puke arena.
Yep.
I'll do it.
Oh, ice weapon. When was the last time I used you?
Coral guy.
Let's go.
Break its head.
Sassy bitch, slow walker.
it is.
That goes way overhead, but then.
Son of a bitch. It still works.
Maybe to collect your prize that it dropped. Oh, I was a bit early. Fucker. It's fine though. A little scratch damage is fine because that turns on resentment, so I get beefy. Vicious rather. Why am I just not moving? The Xbox controller has just disconnected from the PC for some reason.
That's not good.
I thought you were a DualShock kind of guy.
Probably should be, but yeah.
That's what I'm using because I was like, I'm not readapting from PS4.
I mean, I don't have, I can swap between the two mentally pretty easy. And it was just, the conventional wisdom, because I'm still not used to Sony actually releasing drivers for shit, is that, I just get the Xbox controller, it just fucking works.
I said it before, I think, or at least I think Chris knows this. I'm using clear plastic GameStop brand PS3 controller. And it gets the job done.
Fuck's sake. It's just not... Okay, there we go. Fucking finally. It seemed to be that the batteries had gone. It's coming from me, isn't it? Yeah. That's the head busted.
Alright. Die, you motherfucker!
I'd put rocks on him as funny.
I'm glad he finally lined up for it. Fucker. Is that
Works
tail
for
off?
me.
Yeah.
Should make the legs less annoying.
Why am I being staggered forever? Oh my god. No, I am. Oh no, yes, yeah, I just got staggered out of the second trank bomb.
quest complete.
That was only 10 minutes.
Yep.
Wait, floods. Okay, there we go.
Get what you need.
Yep. Well, I reckon we could do one more.
I wonder if I could fit a Viper Tobi Kadachi one in then. I think that we might have that as arena.
準備は万全、気合も十分。セリエナを守るため、いざ。
Yep. I need 2 hard claws, so just beat the shit out of the body, and anything else is gravy. Another size 4 fungiform drill from that shares of attack boost. So get another one and there's a regular fungiform gem or what have you, and then I'll be able to like upgrade the armor again. Or middle A, well, I would still need like 1 wide range gem, and then it'd probably fit speed eating everywhere because that's extremely useful. Someone come hit this rock switch. This cool rock switch. Before he aggro's on you too. Or don't, whatever's cool, I guess. It's fine.
What did you say? You wanted one of us to hit the rock switch?
Yes.
Oh. Okay.
That works.
I thought you said you were gonna hit the rocks, which I kind of tuned you out. I loaded a cannon for no reason. It was fun to do.
I got it. I believe that's the body busted sign.
I think its forelegs and its back legs count.
Good to know.
Based on where I can clutch, at least.
I have used like 5 antidotes in this time, and I got a fucking tutorial telling me to use an antidote. Where are you going? Oh. I can only choose to watch the brain spiders in action. Ah, just short. Did it work?
Nope.
Oh.
It was kind of close, but it didn't work.
Oh, paralyzed. Oh, he whiffed a shot, even though I was in mental anyway, so I...
He should fall asleep because I'm using sleep weapon.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Dragonator cannot be used.
It's probably close enough.
Should be. Yeah.
Right in the goddamn face.
Got one hard claw. Oh,
Wow.
just short.
The hell is this?
There is a super poison, I think.
It was poison, poison. Fabled poison, poison.
Free meal fucking earning its weight in this fight, I tell you what. Only technically used 4 antidotes despite popping them like every other every other attack round. Because he keeps clipping me. Although I can't do this to myself, so. Bonk. Don't know how that didn't hit me. Please, I beg of you to let me throw a second bomb. There we go. It gave me 1 in the quest and then exactly 1 here. Well,
Wow.
okay, that was 2. Okay, we're fine. It was almost a complete bastard.
Let's keep saying.
Hmm?
Handler.
No.
The burner in my heart is cooking at full blast.
気合も十分
Did you know the handler enjoys food?
All right, I'm weaving.
Okay.
I should go.
Good games.
I hope you enjoy a nice meal.
Feast well.
Yeah.
Bye.
He's off.
Alright, I was gonna upgrade this sword. Yes, a little bit of purple.
Ooh, I don't have any purple yet.
Saucy. Is there anything pressing you want to do then, or?
I don't believe so.
I think that might be us for the night as well then.
I think I mean, I can look real quick, but
Yeah, give it a gander. Might as well.
that's fully upgraded. That one needs something I haven't discovered yet. That's fully upgraded. It's an Azure Rathalos and an Anjanath Master rank, but I don't know.
We might be able to get. I don't know if we have any quests for it, but we might be able to take Azure Rathalos now. I'll go check the optionals.
I would then need Master rank Diablos, which we haven't touched yet.
It might be about, though. We don't touch every single main game monster over the course of this. Ah, yeah, we have an optional for Master Rank Diablos.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Last time
Yes.
we were trying to fight a Baroth, Master rank Baroth, and I only got one Cortex.
Ah, do you still need another one?
Yes.
Ah, we could do that. We do have an optional for Azure Rathalos now, so that's also one. Two, actually. So those are on the cards.
Let's just do Baroth. I think we might do the other one another time with the Azure Rathalos, with the probably better with the whole gang.
Yeah.
Baroth, you can just eliminate.
Yeah, we can bully the shit out of Baroth. Investigation up. I'm really out of antidotes. God damn. Okay, I have a big ton of antidote herbs. I just have to brew them up. Oops. I'm getting all mega potions as well, actually. Alright. Let's go beat up a barrel.
Look, it's Baroth.
That's nice of it. Fucker. Your charge already, you cheeky fuck. Bonk. Oops.
I feel like if you catch the monster mid-jump with your,
Claw.
yeah, Clutch Claw. I wanted to say Wire Bug so much, and I haven't even played that game. I think you can skip the gap where there should be a Wedge Beetle.
Oh, it's been put to sleep by the Palumu.
Neat.
If you any bombs, wind up and do your business. I got the bring in me.
I forgot I wrote Bobum.
Yeah. I didn't want to actually turn you about. I wanted to fucking win the head. That's the arm. They're wounded. Paralyzed. Nice poison. He's been hit by 3 status effects in this encounter, this poor git.
I said this to Chris once.
Yep.
Because his Palico had the little mini ballista. I was like, is this cat carrying around a baby?
It does look like a wee stroller, a pram.
It's like, come on. That doesn't look like a ballista with you. It's mostly the cover on the front.
Yeah. To be honest, I thought it was a wee tiny cannon at first until after a point I noticed it was a ballista. Fly just drifting perilously close to my eye. Paralyzed again, sick.
Look at all those slinger ammo.
I know. Fucking all over the place.
It's gonna probably go over the jump. Can we be fast enough?
I won't
Nah,
be
he's
safe.
faster than us.
Yeah, I
Oh,
turned
he's
back.
not going over the jump. He's turned right.
Oh, good. I turned back to grab some slinger ammo anyway.
No problem.
So they're all thorns, which are really good for interrupts.
It's good to have.
Like that. There we go. I can stop wiggling at the cats, come on. There we go. Any luck?
Yes.
Sick.
I got 2 cortexes. Now I get to put a bunch of pointy bits on my Baroth axe. I'll show it. It's really funny because it's so pointy.
Are you in Astera as well, or?
I'm in Astera at the moment just because that's what we were doing in the story.
Yeah, I'm way up to the gathering hub to go see it.
It's funny. I'll just be a moment. Actually, I don't think this will be complete without a before and after reference. It's because it's like, wow, you just made it really round and sharp in a somewhat funny way. Alright, I'll go to the gathering hub first, and then I'll upgrade it.
Yeah.
Wait, I went to my room, not the gathering hub. Okay, here's the Baroth axe as it is currently. It's good for paralysis.
Sick.
It's got
Very clean blade.
lots of bones.
Big bone edge.
Now I go to the workshop. And I upgrade it. just add spikes to it.
I see what you mean though. Like the blade is dramatically changed though.
Yeah.
Only one big clean edge. There's like jagged bone mess. This would fuck people up.
I wouldn't want to get hit by it. I would probably get an infection.
Yeah. Our jagged bone weapons.
Alright. I think that's where we're probably good, though.
Yeah. That's Monster Hunter World.
What a game about monsters.
Thank you, Evan, for playing. Good times.
Yes!
Pop this out. Game.
Cool.
Wait for this to let me return to the other monitor. And then stream end.